Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to your mid-March 2023 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. Oh no. I mean, not oh no, but I mean, oh wow. I mean, the reason I'm saying this is I'm getting so many, I'm getting so many major arcana cards. It's like, why am I getting so many? Oh my goodness gracious. I have Taurus rising. Um, wow. Pretty intense. I mean, look, I picked 6 cards, and 4 of them are major arcana cards, which can signify important events. I have my cup in the frame. in you know, major events, and of course, this is a general tarot reading and all of that stuff. But it's just because of what's happening in, astrologically, even, this is pretty amazing stuff because I wouldn't be surprised, but I would have thought more like Aries than Taurus. But anyway, the heart of the matter is the World card. So this is about endings. What kind of things are ending in your life? This is the graduation. She's holding her scrolls. I don't know why she has 2 of them. That's why I thought they were batons. But this idea of a chapter ending in your life. And there's actually going to be a full moon in Libra. In Scorpio in early May, actually it's a lunar eclipse. And there's going to be a lunar eclipse in your sign too later on in the year, but not right now. So there's other things that are going on. Okay, well, let's talk about the past. We have here the Tower card. So there could have been some kind of major shakeup in your life. And what I feel like to have these 2 cards next to each other is, do you accept that something has ended in your life? If you have had some kind of traumatic event, Taurus, are you so focused on, wow, this is horrible, or this is shocking, I didn't think that this was going to happen, and you're so focused on that that you're not thinking about, okay, this is the universe saying, this is over with. Now what? Now what? And you might still be trying to pick up the pieces, but the pieces are broken for a reason. And by the way, this is not, that's not a predictive card. That would have been something that already happened. So if this does not resonate with you, then maybe this reading isn't for you, since this is a general reading for everybody who happens to be a Taurus. But for those who have had some kind of a major shakeup recently, this signifies that there is something that is closing in your life. And just because something is ending doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. And you may be misinterpreting it and feeling like, oh, this is a loss. This is, I don't have this thing. Like, for instance, let's say you lost your job recently and you're really freaked out about it. But the world card is saying it was already done with. It was just that you didn't take the initiative, and so the universe had to do it for you. But you could have recognized certain things about it that were going on, and then you would have been more in control, but you refused to kind of go there. The higher message is the Hangman. And this is about this sense of being in suspension. For some people, it's feeling like your hands are tied, feeling like but somebody else might be kind of jerking you around, or in some other way, you feel in limbo. Now, if this was a relationship issue, um, sometimes when I see this card, I'm thinking of somebody who's waiting for their person that they've had an affair with to leave their partner. Maybe you left your partner and you found out that the person that you want to really be with isn't going to leave their partner. So it's kind of like a bait and switch. And if it was anything like that, it should show you that that relationship is over because you can't trust that person, maybe for more than one reason. Um, but the other thing is that in any kind of situation, this is like about let go and let God. So it's about not trying to control everything. You know, Taurus is a fixed sign, so this is one of the reasons why those tower moments happen, because a Taurus person, even if they're unhappy, they may easily choose a situation that is not what they want simply because they don't want to experience the uncomfortable feeling of of the unknown, or some kind of adjustment that has to be made. It's almost like easier to deal with the uncomfortable experience because it's like the devil, but it doesn't mean that it's really helping you to experience expansion in life. It's just staying in that comfort zone too long. But the hangman is about um, letting go and letting God, knowing that you can't control everything. So you have to like a passivity, but it's a passivity based on faith. It's not like, oh my God, this is horrible. I have to do this. What crosses you is the Seven of Swords. So, um, one thing that this card represents, I mean, this could be like a person that you have not been able to get over, like an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra individual. So it could be actually this person who isn't really good for you, but you still can't seem to get over this person, and you have to in order to move on. But this is a card also of sketchy behavior from someone. So, for instance, um, you may be dealing with someone who is telling you one thing and they're doing another behind your back. Also, this is a card of keeping your cards close to the vest, pardon the pun. So, because I'm doing the tarot here. Um, so you may be having a hard time doing things on your own without kind of like announcing it to other people. And the reason that that could be problematic is that if you're dealing with somebody in your life, now you may, like, let's say you're broken up from a person who cheated on you or what have you, and you're just like telling all your friends things, and you don't realize that some of those people are kind of like, not that they're spies, but they're not trustworthy. And so you're kind of like leaving yourself open to things rather than keeping your own counsel. The Seven of Swords in the upright position is like a person who is strategizing. But sometimes we have to do that on our own because there's too much input from others. And, not saying, oh, that's just horrible that there's input, but sometimes people have their own agendas. It threatens them if you're doing something good with your life. For instance, if you have left a job and you're starting a business and you feel like, I'm going to tell everybody all my plans, and you start to get negative feedback from people, that can be very discouraging, because especially if you've never done anything like that before, you may not really know exactly what to do, and people can just be like, oh, that's never going to work. And I know when I started my business, I didn't tell anyone except my partner, because I had seen some other person. I saw this tarot reader who had told all her family about her business. And they were, I don't know if they were coming on her channel and writing bad comments or just discouraging her just with her, remarks and stuff. I wrote to her and I said, that's why I'm not doing it like that, because I know that that's how people can be. And there's no point to it, because when you are, um, growing a business like that, it's like growing a flower. And the flower is just like a tender shoot, and you don't want anybody to trample it because it's still very fragile. So you have to take care. You have to take consideration into that and what people tend to do because of their own issues. So yeah, just seeing it from that perspective. What's coming in is the Chariot. This is a great card for winning, for having a victory of some sort, but not without a challenge. With those horses of duality, the black and white horses, it can feel like you're going from one extreme to the other. This can be like with doubt. I know that a lot of people, especially nowadays, one day they wake up and they're very optimistic, the next day they're very pessimistic. And it's like feeling bipolar. It's feeling like you're going from one extreme to the other, and you're like, well, how can this be? And they were talking about that, I think, in terms of ascension, in terms of one of those symptoms of like, just um, being all over the map emotionally. And I think there are multiple reasons for that, but the bottom line is that when we are experiencing like incredible growth in a short amount of time, everything is intensified. So even our emotions can go that route. And if we, the thing is, this is where equanimity comes in, and that's a term in yoga, where it's like, you could just call it like being on an even keel, meaning that you're not going too high or too low. And the reason that we do that is so that we're not reactive. Because then what happens is, when you go too high, you become overconfident and you might do something foolish that really is not wise. It's not part of common sense. Um, you know, there is such a thing as being overly optimistic. And when you're in this place, especially if you have had a major change recently, an example would be, besides, I mean, obviously, like the work example, if you lose your job and then you decide that you're going to start your own business, and then you do something very extravagant, or very reckless, because you just want to make it work, and you're not being balanced about it, you can make a really foolish decision. Same with love. You have a breakup and then you go into a very intense relationship right away, and maybe move very quickly in that relationship. That could lead to disaster. That's not being overly cautious. That's like taking into account your emotional nature that is, kind of making you do that. The outcome is the Six of Swords. This is choosing peace. This is choosing to move away from conflict. And part of this conflict can be, that other people are part of whatever it is that you're dealing with. So again, like if you break up with someone, maybe it wasn't even your decision, but in retrospect, you think to yourself, you know what? I actually dodged a bullet, because I realized now that that person was not good for me. But then you're dealing with maybe friends. That's why I was saying, with the Seven of Swords, you're dealing with friends that are possibly, connected to both of you, and they're, you might feel like kind of influenced by them, and making you doubt yourself, when in fact they're just kind of prolonging the drama and all of that. And the Tower card could be kind of like the drama coming to this crescendo, and then now you can just get into peace, and you don't have to go in that direction anymore. All right, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.